When our next guest had her first baby, she found lots of advice about a baby's physical development, but almost nothing related to speech. Since Stephanie Ciotti is a speech pathologist, she wrote a series called Babble Books, a simple way to improve speech development. And Stephanie joins us again because the book is now in its second edition. So congratulations to you.
Thank you. Yeah, we're excited.
That's fantastic. And I think it's true that people know so much about physical milestones. You know exactly when your baby should be crawling and when they should be walking, when they should even be eating their first piece of solid food, stuff like that. But there is so little, especially anything of quality, about speech development.
Right. Yeah, parents really, it's not out there for parents, those resources. We know about holding the baby's neck and the tummy time, supporting them while they're learning to crawl. But even within that first year, they're progressing through speech development milestones. So their babbling is actually progressing as their physical development as well. And there's really no products to support that or resources for parents.
One of the questions we raised earlier in a tease, I think, is a really important one, and that is, does screen time affect speech development?
Right. So there are studies now happening because there is an increase in screen time in the younger years. So the American Academy of Pediatrics still does recommend no screen time for 18 months and under. And the two studies that have been noteworthy have found that with every 30 minutes of screen time, there's a 49% increase in expressive speech delay. So that sounds and words. So that is a big increase with that speech delay.
Wow, that's significant.
Right.
What about now during COVID-19 and so many people isolating or being at home more? Do you have any recommendations about speech development right now?
Right. I think a lot of parents do think that babies need play groups, which they are great. But if they're not safe right now, there's ways at home that you can enrich your baby's speech. Going on walks, saying hi to neighbors, waving, using that gesture, waiting for their response hi back. Um, Pointing out different objects you see outside, counting cars. I used to sit on my front porch with my son when he was little, and we'd count the cars. We talk about the color of the cars. Um, and even FaceTime. Now, that is screen time, but that is different. So, FaceTiming relatives that maybe you can't see in person right now, that is okay, I believe, in small chunks, because then you're really interacting. Your baby's offering their babbles or their words, and they're getting a response from someone, which is not going to happen on an app or watching videos. They're getting that personal response.
Great tips there too. Your book is a picture book series, and there are other baby's first words books that people may be familiar with. But how are the Babel books different than those?
So the first word books are great. They're basically what I said about like labeling things outside. They're pictures with labels, but Babel Books is backed by research. So the first book has just words with those early sounds, the sounds that are easiest for babies to make. So the babies can then produce those sounds, those words, and are more eager to keep talking. And then the next book has the next set of sounds that are easy to produce. And it kind of follows those speech milestones that we are focusing on.
And the pictures are so cute too. Speaking of cute, you have a cute story about how you got first introduced to the idea of being a speech pathologist. I know you were at summer camp working, where you
Yeah.
met your husband. You were a lifeguard. He was a soccer coach. He was Scottish, and you thought, oh my gosh, even though it's English, it must be a different language because his
Right.
accent was so strong.
Yes, I couldn't understand him. And he actually tells the story that he said something to me at first, and I just said, yeah. And he actually, I think he asked me, what are you doing this afternoon? And I just kept going, yeah, yeah. So, yeah, I think that maybe got me interested in this. Yeah.
That's cute. But did it get you interested in doing something more with language and communication?
It did. After I met him, that's when I started grad school at Marquette for speech and language. So, yeah, I think it did kind of pique my interest.
That's really cute. What's the best way? Because I think grandparents, or if you're having a baby shower or want to get a gift for a new baby, I think it's a great idea to get your book series. What's the best way for people to find it?
So it's on Amazon now, the second edition. There's crisp artwork, some new parent tips, a page for writing your baby's first words. And also Black Bear Boutique in Shorewood will have it, and Close to the Heart Boutique in Thiensville as well will have it locally.
That's fantastic. Great seeing you again. Congratulations on the second edition.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And again, we mentioned the great places that you can find it on Amazon and then locally at Black Bear Boutique in Shorewood, as well as close to the Heart in Thiensville. And you can go to thebabelbooks.com to find out more.